We continue now with math, and as you have been noticing, we went into addition and subtraction for about over a month, almost 2 months. And the reason why we've been going a little bit on the pace is not because we are not doing the work, but because some students, once they mastered the addition, subtraction became like a hold or halt, I should say, because some of the kids really don't understand the subtraction. And this is the basic of what we're going to do in this video, not just for addition, but also for subtraction, and review what we are learning in class as a game at home. So you will get a sheet like this, and yes, you will need 5 beans to play this game. You will also get a baggie with your child's name that will give them an opportunity to not only take a card, but also be able to say it and use the beans instead of counters that we use in the classroom. So for this purpose of this video, I'm going to try my best to lean my camera down so that you can see how we use dry beans. Now, you can have dry beans either white or red, and they also come in black. You can also use lentils. You can also use chickpeas. Whatever you have at home that's dry. It cannot be a bean that is cooked because it will not work with this activity. The one that I have today is like a mustard yellow color, and that is the bean that we're going to be using in this video. So I'm going to take out my cards, or a deck of cards that I have that we are going to use to add and subtract. And I'm also going to add a number as the sum or the difference of each equation. So we have 5 beans. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So these are my 5 beans. And we're going to be using cards to have kids practice what we're doing at home that we've been doing in school. So our first equation is 1 plus 1 equals, and the question mark means the sum, the total amount together. Now remember, this number in place is called the addend. This symbol is called plus, and this also is called an addend, and it's equal to, and here is the word that goes here, is sum. In this case, we have a question mark, so this is what we're going to look for when we do our activity. So we have 1 dry bean, and we have 3 more. Now, because I'm doing addition, they have to go together. So if I have 1 plus 3, that equals 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 is the sum. 4 is the sum. The one that has the question mark will be 4. Okay? And so now we're going to continue with another equation. And in this case, it has a 0. So this one says 0 plus 4 equals the sum. So when we have a 0, boys and girls, the 0 doesn't mean that we're going to add anything. So 0 has no beans. But it says here that even though it's 0 plus, there's another add in here, and it says 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means we're going to add 4 to 0. So 0 plus 4 equals 4. And the reason why is because we have a 0 at the beginning of our equation. So the sum is 4 for 4 beans. All right? Now we're going to continue with another equation. And we continue to use this vocabulary because this is what you're going to find in first grade and in second grade and obviously in the third grade tests. This is 5 plus 0. So this one is a 5. So I need to add 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to add 0. 0. That means there is no one added to the bunch of beans. So it's only 5 plus 0 equals 5. Okay? It equals 5. And that is very important when it comes to looking for the sum. Now, we're going to do 3 plus 2. 3 plus 2, and it equals. So, here's 3, and we're adding 2 more. 2 more. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 plus 2 equals 5. Okay? It equals 5. So this is the sum. All right? Now we're going to go into subtraction. Subtraction is very important because this is where everybody has to practice and not forget. This 4 is in the place of a subtrahend. Minus minus is this number in place is equal to difference. So my subtrahend is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I have 4, the minuend tells me how many I'm going to take away because this one says minus. So this number tells me how many I'm going to take away. This is the minuend. So that would be 1, 2, 3. So 4 minus 3 equals 1. 1 dry bean. That is the difference in this equation. Now, we're going to continue with 5 minus 4. 5 minus 4. And now we have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the subtrahend asking for? How many? 4. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 minus 4 equals the difference of 1. 1. Okay? And that's what you're going to be doing. Very good. So let's continue with subtraction because it's much needed. 4 minus 2 equals. So I'm going to bring in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Subtrahend is 4. Minus, what is the minuend? 2. So I'm going to take away 2. If I take away 2, what is my difference? It's 2. 2. So 4 minus 2 equals 2. All right. Let's continue with 5 minus 3. 5 minus 3. So the subtrahend is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the minuend says 3. So I'm going to take away 3. And what is my difference? 2 again. 2. So 5 minus 3 equals 2. Okay, that's the difference. Another way of doing this is going back to addition. So I'm going to do addition again. 2 plus 3 and what is the sum. Okay, we have 2. And now we're going to add 3 more. So 2 plus 3 equals 5. 5. So this is 5 as the sum. All right? So when you're practicing how to do subtraction and addition, you have to pay attention to the symbol that's here. This one says 2 plus 2. So 2, right, 1, 2, plus 2, 1, 2, equals 4. It equals 4 because we're putting it together. It's 4 plus 2 plus 2. I'm sorry. So, have you gotten the hang of this? If you don't, this is your chance to practice, because practice makes it what? Perfect. Here goes 2 plus 0. Wow. So now we have a 0 in addition. So let's do that. 2 plus 0. I'm not adding anymore. So what is the sum? 2 plus 0 equals 2. It equals 2. And that's what you're supposed to do. Remember that 0, you don't add anymore. So usually, if not all, this number is the same. It stays there and it goes there. So that is 2. Now we continue with another equation that you need to practice, which is 3 plus 1. 3 plus 1. And what is 3 plus 1? Well, let's bring 3 dry beans again. 1, 2, 3. And bring 1 more in. 3 plus 1 equals, because there's a plus. 3 plus 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a 4 would look like this. Got it? That is what we do when we're adding. You need to practice and practice and practice. Now here's the tricky one. Same equation with a minus. So 3 plus 1. 3 minus 1. I'm reading this card, sorry. You see the card here? 3 plus 1, that's adding. This one is 3 minus 1. So I'm going to bring 3 back out. Right, 1, 2, 3. And I have to take away. It's minus. What does the minuend says? 1. So I'm going to take away 1. So what is 3 minus 1? It equals to 2. Okay, so it equals 2. And that's what's interesting. 3 plus 1 equals 4, but 3 minus 1, equals 2. Okay? Now, here goes a very interesting one. 2 minus 2. What happens when you have 2 minus 2? So you have 2 as your subtrahend minus minuend. So now the minuend says, take those 2 away. What is the difference? The difference is 0. And if you notice, there are no beans here because that's what represents 0. There's no beans. Nothing there. Okay? So, 2 more and we're going to be done. 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1. Let's take out 2. 1, 2. And we're going to take away minus the minuend is 1. So 1 goes away. 2 minus 1 equals 1. Very good. 1. And so that is how you do it. You place what's correct there. So now we're down to our last equation. This one says 3 minus 0. 3 minus 0. All right, 3 minus 0. 0 means I'm not taking away any of these. The middle one says 0, so don't take away from here. Leave it alone. So 1, 2, 3 minus 0 equals the same number you left there, which is 3. Which is 3. Okay? And so that's how you practice playing this game. So when you are practicing, you're going to use your dry beans to make everything work in your favor. If you don't, you might get a little confused and lost. So practice so that you can be ready and you can really do a great job. Because smart is not something you are. Smart is something you get.